Welcome back, folks. SeKo Starcraft bringing you game 2 between SC2 Minato top right and Nerchio bottom left. Interesting style out of Minato in that first game. Tried to go for a mass ling upgrade attack without any banelings or roaches, and it did not work out well enough for him in the end. Good luck, have fun, they say. So we'll see what the difference in strategy is this time. SC2 Minato did take a third hatchery behind his attack, but never really got an opportunity to use it. I don't think it was necessarily a great investment, even if it was giving him a little bit more larvae. Bad air. The endless debate of whether or not to go... What? One simply does not all in Nerchio. That's really, really funny. There's Nerchio I've been waiting for. Essentially what Minato did was... even though he was on 3 bases, it was a 3 base all in. He had no tech. He had no really strong macro advantage. Looks like Nerchio just kind of wants to poke a little bit at that. Let's see if what Minato does on this game. I'd laugh if he just went all in again, just to see if that would actually work out. One does not simply all in Nerchio. It's also really douchey to think of yourself in the third person, which makes me feel really weird when I say SeKo Starcraft all the time instead of just me or I. But I got a brand, you know, people. Coffee still keeping me warm on this grossly cold Sunday morning. Chilling out with a few casts with my kitty cat. Just came back from looking at a house I've been interested in purchasing. Yeah, I'm a big boy now and getting a house. So I was just out there with the home inspectors, checking that out. Looks like these builds are pretty similarly timed. And actually went really well checking out the house today. Got a nice yard, 2-story with a finished basement. It is nice. Now, depending on where you are in the world, buying a house means something completely different to all of us. I know I've got family down in Texas, and my brother got himself almost a mansion in standards of where I live here in Canada for so much cheaper. Land prices, house prices in the US, obviously after the crash, some places just haven't recovered, so it's so hard to move property, you can get great values. Whereas up here in Edmonton, where I'm from, you're right near the oil patch, which is booming. So therefore, land values have steadily been rising for the longest time. Even when the land values crashed, we actually haven't been in a terrible spot. Couple of links going out, just to check from Nerchio, see what Nerchio is up to. Doesn't look like Nerchio is interested in scouting at all himself. No, there's slings. Fight those lings! It's micro time! Hee hee. Well, the queen's out yet? Nope, queens are not out yet. Oh, there's the first queen. Just drives back that ling, but Nerchio does keep it alive. And this is Minato's ling running around. Looks like he wanted to poke at Nerchio's queen. The problem is with doing that, is he gonna run by? Nope. What he's trying to do is bait the queen into attacking the overlord so he can run in a ling. He did see the baneling nest going up though. I'm like, who's attacking what? No, it's just him attacking the rocks. That makes sense, yeah? Yeah. Banelings on banelings. Looks like Minato does not want to go the non-baneling approach this game. Throwing down a crawler just for shits and or giggles. This is good coffee. Getting kind of loaded off of it right now though. I haven't eaten that much this morning because my house inspection was at 8:30. So I'm just getting home, figuring out what I want to do with my Sunday afternoon. Nothing would bring me greater joy than to bring my viewers StarCraft content. And if this is the first time tuning into SeKo Starcraft, please subscribe to some videos if you would like and see some of the other action I bring in. I try to mix in some of my gameplay with professional gameplay. And I enjoy bringing series between people, as in the case of this best of 3 between Minato and Nerchio. And that's generally how most content seems to be happening right now in StarCraft land, is that the stuff that you can get... I was about to say, why does it say 3 on there? There's the 3 drones. You are a little bit supply blocked there, Nerchio. I seem to be looking up a lot of replays, and when I do find replays, it's generally coming out of tournaments such as Zotac Cup, or even some of the WCS games you can pick up. Banelings for defense. Getting his gas. I'm assuming these guys are both going to go into heavy Muta play. It's got, there it is. Muta one side. When you take all these gases and there's no intention of taking a third base on this saturation, you're essentially telling your opponent you're going to go Muta. And there's the Spire coming down on this side. Putting it back here. Is that where he put his on this side as well? No. Put his in the main. It's a pretty good spot on this map to have it, because it's harder to get units in behind to attack it. So we're going to have the good old Muta on Muta action. Lovely. Few links running out. I don't think either of these players even have speed yet. No. Yes, they do. Speed on this side. Speed on this side. Okay, so both of these guys have speed, people. Nerchio did get out his Spire first, even though he's going to have to cancel this thing here. He doesn't know the timing of his opponent's Spire. The thing is, if you're going Spire, you have to prepare, hey kitty cat, for somebody coming at you with some pretty big amounts of units. Whoa! Banelings! Banelings! Oh, well, unfortunately, don't play with the headphone jack. Unfortunately, that took out all the larvae from Nerchio, and that's actually kind of unfortunate. It seems as though FXO Minato can expand a little bit easier behind this. We have a bit of ling on ling action. Let's see if we can get a baneling trap. Nope, not quite. Ooh, it does snipe out the drone though. That was pretty sexy. How you doing, kitty cat? First of the mutas are out on one side. He's actually got a pretty good number here. And he should be able to cancel this here. No, he didn't. Didn't get the expansion down. Now, this is the really big turning point in ZVZ with the Muta game, is how do you protect your third base? Because if you can't, you're going to find yourself very quickly... Oh, we can stay warm together, kitty cat. You're going to find yourself very quickly falling behind your opponent. Just because of the larva and the gas production. You need this gas, hence you see that Minato's taking his gas almost immediately. Ooh, does he get that one? He does get that one Muta. What are the numbers at? 9 on 9. It's equal. The thing is, what you see Nerchio was doing is he was having his fight next to his Overlord, because that means some of the glaive worms will be hitting off different units. Still no expansion down on this side from Nerchio. Not too sure what his plan is going to be able to do without getting up that extra gas. I don't think this is going to be... Well, where's all the mutas for Minato? Got caught really badly there, actually, with doing that. Lost almost all of his mutas just because he's trading with them too far away. Looks like he wanted to focus down the hatch and lost most of his mutalisks, though, unfortunately. More coming back in. He really wants to get this hatchery down. Not gonna get it, though. Back at home, Ling Runby is gonna wreak havoc on Nerchio. Crawlers went down, Queen went down, a bunch of drones are about to just get destroyed. Nerchio is quite a ways behind in this game right now. Looks like Minato's just trying to pick off a few overlords. Very clever for him, but Nerchio has a giant supply opening. Minato's had really poor control of his mutalisks this game though. He's lost a lot of them very cheaply. His base is not even finished yet. I don't think Nerchio's got enough. Maybe he does. Does he have an upgrade finished? He does have his +1 carapace finished. What about from Minato here? He doesn't have any upgrades. You go for your armor first as Mutalisk. If you're fighting Mutalisk on Mutalisk, you've got to go armor first. That is what will keep you alive longer against those glaive worm bounces. I'm very impressed. Is he gonna get it? He's gonna try. He does snipe it. But back on this side, huge Ling run by. That's gonna kill so much stuff. Oh man. This is really, really bad for Nerchio. I mean, sure, he canceled the third, but he's lost so many of his workers. Did keep his queen alive, though. That's important. Let's look at the unit stab here. Well, let's look at the units killed. 26 workers killed for Minato, and none for Nerchio. Very well played. Once again, though, I don't know what the mutilist... It's an okay mutilist count. Nerchio does have a much superior number. His economy is just in tatters, though. The only thing is that Minato's just got to sit back and turtle up until he gets the numbers, or be better with his ling runbys. This third base is now kicking in. Stray Muta, though. Nope, he actually notices it now. Minato's throwing away a lot of units here. He had a huge advantage, and somehow he's just not been able to carry it forward. I don't really know what to say about that. Checking for other bases. Nerchio must feel in a great position, even though he's lost so much economy. He's rebuilding it back, because your gas is your limiting factor for your Muta. So pump out all of your Mutas, and then with your leftover minerals, get out more drones. It won't be very long, they'll be back up to a similar count here, probably. Actually, yeah, he's already tied up again with his opponent and taken the lead. Now he's actually got a really sick Muta count. Minato does not. He doesn't even have any spore crawlers, I think, out front here. If he did, that's an okay Muta count for Minato. I'm content with that. See, there's another ling run by that is scouted. What Minato needs to do, though, is take out these overlords that are hanging around on the map, so that way he can take these a bit more by surprise. Surprisingly, speaking of surprises, he's not taking the gas at this base. He's really not made any use of it. There, the Mutas did take out that overlord. Supply block now for Nerchio. There is more Mutas here for Nerchio, though. I think he realizes this. Oh, this is such an important timing for Nerchio, because +1 carapace is not done for Minato. He should have waited for that to finish. If he had waited for that to finish, he probably would have won that battle. It's so important to have that +1. Smiley face Nerchio. Another big run by of Zerglings here. Looks like it's going to do a lot of damage. Looks like Nerchio just really wants to play his advantage now. There's no spore crawlers once again here. Well played, and he's out. Very interesting. Like, even though all those run-bys did so much damage, like, a couple of spore crawlers might have done the world of difference here. I don't know how Minato managed to lose that game when he had so many good competitive advantages going into that. Anywho, game 2 goes to Nerchio. I guess this isn't a best of 3. Anyways, we'll be back with game 3 right away.